especially lately, there is a kind of re-movement as far as Black people loving themselves. But I can say there was a moment I felt growing up, I was bullied a lot by people who felt I was too dark.
Guys, what is cracking? Healthiest social media family in the game. It's your boy K Shines, aka Kevin Hines, and I am here at Sama Cafe in Buckhead, hot Atlanta, Georgia. Don't call it Atlanta, it's hot Atlanta, baby. And I'm here in Buckhead, hot Atlanta, Georgia, at Sama Cafe. And I'm here with three of my greatest new friends, Javion, Tia, and Maria of Sama Cafe here on East Andrews Drive. If you haven't been here, non-inflammatory foods that feed your body, that feed your mind, that help your brain function, that will not give you depression, paranoid hallucinations, that will not cause your skin to be inflamed, that will not cause your brain to be swollen like all of the processed foods that the FDA shoves down our throats every day. These foods are healthy to the 10th degree. And right here, right now, we're about to go inside the Sama Cafe and chop it up with Javion, who is working at Sama today, but is going to be in corporate offices tomorrow. We're going to talk to Tia, who is one of the kindest, most generous, giving, caring, empathetic, and loving individuals I've ever come across in my life. And we're going to talk to Maria, who makes the best hojas drink on the frickin' planet. We are talking pineapple juice, we are talking orange juice, we are talking turmeric, and all kinds of other goodness inside that will make your brain explode with wonder, hope, joy, love, but no on the inflammation. All right, now follow me over here. All right, this is right outside Sama Cafe. This is a wonderful painting. Come in and see who made this painting with me right now, because you need to know Penley, okay? I think it's pronounced Penley. Don't call it Penley. That's not what it's called. It's called Penley. And Penley is a boss. Look at this. Can you believe this? It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is everything I want on my wall. And I want my wife to buy it for me for Christmas, but it's probably too expensive. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say thank you to Penley for being on the wall. We're not gonna purchase you, you're too much money. But hey, if you have the money, go get a Penley today. But we're gonna go into Sama Cafe. Are you ready to go in? Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you absolute? Let's go. Let's go inside. Can't open that door. That one's locked. Let's go around, come on. Now look, right here, Sama Cafe, all right? Check it out, look, right there, it's amazing, all right? Come on, let's go inside. We're awesome open. I didn't even know that existed. Let's go. After you, my dear. There we are. Hey team, what's going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about them outside. I told you who they were and how amazing they are. Let's talk to them right now in real time. Tia, how are you? Tia, my name's Kevin. It's nice to see you again. Tia, I'm really excited to be in Sama Cafe for your non-inflammatory foods that feed your body, that feed your brain, that feed your mind. Tia, you made us the most amazing bowls I've had in a long time. Can you break down what they are and why they're important for your health today?
Okay, so I know the two bowls that we serve today, we're gonna be the Vada bowl as well as the Kappa bowl. And so while they're important is here at Sama, while we cater to majority of diets, so everything from gluten-free, paleo, keto, vegan, we also primarily base everything off of an Ayurvedic diet. So with that being said, it's gonna be holistic based, it's gonna be spiritual, and everything is meant to cater to you. So hence, no matter what diet you choose, always make it based off of what's good for you. And so with that being said, we start off with a grain, we cater to vegetables as well as sweet, savory. Flavor is a big thing that we like to target here. So with the Vada bowl, you're gonna get sweet, salty, sour, and warm cooked foods. So hence based off of the Vada body and personality type in the Ayurvedic diet. So that sums up those bowls, and here's Maria and Javion.
Maria and Javion, equally as amazing as Tia is. Maria, you gave us the best hojas drink I've had in my entire life. I think I called it magical. And Javion, I met you outside of the shop. We didn't know you were working here, but you were hanging out instead. And here you are, hanging out, working at the place you work. You're now working, and you're going from here to corporate. Tell us about it.
I'm actually trying to come from, since working at Sama, it's opened my eyes to a lot of things spiritually. So I'm actually trying to transfer out of corporate and come to Sama full time into a more
Yes,
spiritual
I love
space.
it.
Because it's just energy is so important.
It's so beautiful.
The vibe here is amazing. So I come after a long day work to hang out.
Yes, I love it.
So I guess my story is I'm from, I guess, I hate to say Alabama because I've been here so long, I claim it, and I was born in Georgia, but I spent the first half of my life in Alabama. I know it's always kind of a joke because people hear how I talk. They have a preconceived notion to what African American sounds like. And so I will say I grew up in a predominantly white area, and we were one of maybe 4 minorities in the school we went to, me and my brother. And so it did kind of help shape my identity to an extent, as far as music I listened to, as well as I can say for a moment, there was a lot of learning how to love myself that I had to come to just because I wasn't around a lot of other Black or brown people, and so it made me feel like I needed to be white. And so there was a lot of self-shaping that I would soon learn as I got older, as far as accepting who I was. And then I moved to Georgia, or back to Georgia, maybe kind of mid-elementary school, and it was literally a culture shock because the first school I came to, it was such a melting pot. And I know there's always that saying with Atlanta that especially after I believe it was the 96 Olympics, that definitely became more and more of a melting pot, and it was bringing people from all over, doing jobs and etc. So the first school I went to, it was a whole bunch of refugees, immigrants, hands down, Black, Hispanic, just an array of people. And then all I was used to was really Black. I knew the concept of Chinese and white, so I didn't even know you could be anything else. One of my best friends was actually biracial, and I didn't know that was possible. And so, like I said, it was such an eye-opener. But kind of fast forwarding, I'm also around a lot more of my Black peers, and I can say, especially lately, there is a kind of re-movement as far as Black people loving themselves. But I can say there was a moment I felt growing up, I was bullied a lot by people who felt I was too dark. And so that was always like an ego hitter because it was something that constantly came up, not to mention the way I talked. And just because I didn't fit into a lot of norms or even like social stigmas of who I could, should, would be. But once again, it was kind of just re-emerging the issue of who are you? People never really know just because you're always learning yourself. So there's always more growth, and I feel like I'm more so developing myself. And so I'm an artist. So I can definitely say, of course, I've had a couple of cycles of trying to figure out who I am or develop who I am, or even at times trying to be what other people wanted me to be. And on top of all of this, I was kind of moving around a lot. So I remember at one point I was in 5th grade and I had moved more times than years I was alive. And so that was kind of a lot because it was constantly trying to recreate yourself or a group of friends who you thought it would better fit the environment you were in. Yeah, so eventually it got to a point where I can say I was a little more settled and I was strongly making a lot more friends, and fast forward, they would become my life friends, and to this day we do a lot together. Fun fact, I'm hemophilic, and so I have a bleeding disorder that symptoms cause me to already be somewhat sickly at times, but also like I had back surgery at one point, so I just remember being not even just sick from those 2 examples, but just literally always having insomnia, always being tired, and even to an extent I can even say at that time I was depressed. And so this would like move on throughout high school. In high school I would move away from the friends I grew up with, so it only got worse. And so I guess it was maybe my senior year I determined that I don't know what gave me the epiphany, but I was like, you don't have to go to college if you don't want to. And so it was just like a big epiphany because never once had anyone told me, oh, that's a possibility. And so it kind of opened up a greater awakening for me that there are so many options that you have to do, and that's not what people told you could do. It's kind of against the mold people tend to encourage because people have it set that, and society has it set, that there's almost really like one or two forms of success